In our next section, we introduce a two-chord structure that we sometimes use when we're creating dreamy and uplifting music. The structure is two major chords placed a whole step apart. For instance, let's say we have D major and E major. Both chords are major, and D and E are a whole step apart from each other. So let's look at the score, for example, 2-2A. And in the first measure, we have an inverted D major chord, and in the bass, we have D sustaining in octaves. Just like that. Now, let's take a look at the second measure. The chord in the treble clef changes. It moves up from D to E. However, the bass still remains on D in octaves. So this is a composition technique we call pedal point. It's when one musical element, like a bass line, doesn't change. It remains static, while chords shift around it, usually up above. So let's see what that sounds like in action. So if I play these first two measures, and notice right away, we get kind of a dreamy quality to the music. Of course, this type of thing is always subjective. Let's see what happens if I just play those first two measures over and over. Already, we get this hopeful, uplifting type of sound. So what's happening is, even though the harmony is changing up above, the D in the bass keeps us grounded, and so we feel like we're in the key of D. Let's see what happens as the piece continues. In measures 3 and 4, we have a little bit of a melody emerging in the right hand. Right here. So altogether, the first 4 measures create a melodic phrase. And what I mean by that is I'm following the top note of each of these treble clef chords. So in the first measure, the top note is F sharp, and then G sharp, and then we have A, F sharp, A, and then G sharp. All right, and then let's look in measures 5 through 8. So we're still generally supporting these harmonies. Here the melody is venturing outside the chord just a little bit. We're going up to B right here, which is a sixth above D. And then here we still have this E major over D structure. So this piece is actually pretty simple. It's basically alternating measures of D major and E over D. And that's it. On a technical note, there's something really useful about having this pedal point in the bass. The combination of the chords and the bass line creates a different scale than D major. It actually creates what we call the Lydian mode. We cover modes in depth in chapter 3, but very briefly, this G sharp here is outside of the key. So when I combine the notes of the key of D major and I add this G sharp alteration, I actually create a new type of scale, which we call the D Lydian mode.